motherfucker too sick. Abusive with the Buick, I stay yoking it through shit. Got the black rims and Miss Smith 22 inch. Yes, I do, pimp. So what did he ever do, bitch? If you ain't talking about no dollar lies, ain't chain, you saying this blah, 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 blah. I rush a hoe to the track like hurry me, huh? Underlay, whoosh, bitch, yeah. I've been fly since I was knee high. Do expect money orders, checks in, Visa. I'm in the lead of a motherfucking grown man. Not from East Oakland or the G, so I don't dance. Married to the Ave without the smooching and romance. Full court pressure.
What's up? What's good? What's going on, people? It's been a minute. It's your boy, The Hood Don't Love You, and I'm back with another one. So today, full-length video, y'all. We're not doing the shorts today. You know what I'm saying? First of all, thank y'all for all the support. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting, keep the comments coming, y'all. I love when y'all have the conversations in the comments. I like to talk back. I like when y'all throw you in your 2 cents, corrections, whatever. Keep it coming, y'all. I mess with that. So today's video, as y'all can see, excuse me. Today's video, as y'all can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about how Mozzy changed Northern California forever. Specifically the Valley of Northern California, not the Valley of LA. So y'all people that's not from California, let me explain this to y'all real quick. There's 2 different valleys, okay, in California, like as far as what they're called, as far as what people know them as, okay? So when you're in the LA area, when people say, oh, you finna go to the Valley, they're talking about San Fernando Valley, you know what I mean, North Hollywood, Burbank, etc., etc. You fill in the blanks. So up in Northern California, when we say the Valley, we're talking about the Sacramento Valley. You know what I'm saying? / San Joaquin. So we're talking about Stockton, Sacramento, Chico, Modesto, all that. Northern California. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, some people would even throw Fresno in there, but, you know, Fresno is one of those tricky places where it's like, it's Central California, but it's like the culturally closer to Northern California. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, so we're going to talk about how Mozzy changed all that. So first off, people don't understand, before Mozzy had hit the scene, aka Lil Tim, before he hit the scene, it was dead in the Valley, okay? It was like there was no hope. Thizzler didn't even used to post artists from Sacramento, Stockton, none of that. Modesto, it was not happening. It didn't happen. If you don't believe me, go do your research. Or as what that boy FYBJ may be saying, do your homework on them not posting no Northern California artists before like 2012, maybe 13, somewhere around in there. Maybe even longer than that. Don't quote me. Go do your homework on that. Do your research on that. So when Lil Tim, aka Mozzy, first hit the scene, he first hit the scene locally in Sacramento, California. Obviously, that's where he's from. Now, let's dive into Sacramento real quick. So the thing about Sacramento is, when you're in the city of Sacramento, right? And this is kind of like, well, no, I'm gonna say this is specifically for Sacramento, because Sacramento is also a county. So you got the city of Sacramento, then you have the county, and then you have like the neighborhoods within the city of Sacramento, which are keep in mind, the neighborhoods are entirely separate and they are their own entities for the most part. Okay, like you obviously have neighborhoods that are back to back, that are right next to each other, but then you also have a neighborhood like Del Paso Heights, which is way up north, and then like a neighborhood like, I don't know, Valley High, way down south. But you know, motherfuckers intermingle, whatever. But anyway, to the point. I say that to say, when Lil Tim first came on the scene, his neighborhood was already behind him. He already had like that neighborhood fan base going on, right? So a lot of people in Sacramento didn't even know who he was within the city of Sacramento, because he was just a hood star at first within his own neighborhood. Don't get me wrong, that shit did not last long, because quickly when he started going up in the city, It was crazy. Like he was going crazy in Sacramento a long time before I think anybody knew about him outside of just Sac. And people used to always say, like people always say, Filthy Rich put Mozzy on, Filthy Rich put Mozzy on. That's because y'all wasn't seeing this shit before he was even in contact with them. Everybody in Sacramento knew what was going on. Like, bro was a fucking star. It was bound to happen. You could see it happening, bro. The dude was crazy with the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look, all bias aside, all politics aside, you cannot deny that man's talent when it comes to the bars on that mic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we could all tell he was gonna be that guy. I mean, we all knew it, bro. I mean, even when he started going, like once he started getting introduced to the Bay, because you had people from Sacramento. One thing about it, Sacramento and the Bay Area and Stockton, it's all intertwined, bro. You got uncles, cousins, brothers, all this. People do not acknowledge this a lot, but I'm gonna be the first to tell y'all. Everybody is connected up north in somehow, some way. Like all type of damn near everybody who live in Sacramento is half of the residents is from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? People move out to the valley, to Sacramento Valley all the time because it's cheaper than the Bay Area. So quickly he started getting known in the local cities around Sacramento and then even beyond, right? So you go to the Bay, I'm going to the Bay, I'm hearing Mozzy out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going up north, Chico, you hearing Mozzy out there. You going to motherfucking wherever in Northern California, you hearing Mozzy, and then slowly but surely, it just trickled and trickled and trickled and trickled. Of course, these little connections played a role into his success, the connections with Filthy and this and this and that, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, bro, dude was a fucking, like, it was like a bullet on a trajectory. It doesn't matter. Once it's fired, it's going to hit its target. You can say, oh, well, the only reason that bullet hit his target is because I took you to do this and do that, and that's why you had the opportunity to do that. Okay, whatever, but that doesn't matter, bro, because at the end of the day, he was already a bullet waiting to be fired. Like, that shit was bound to happen, for lack of a better metaphor, you know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about the fact that he started his career off headstrong, head first in the funk, going crazy, disrespectful. I'm talking about talking grimy. This is before Chicago was even influencing everybody else. So at this time in 2013, Chicago was influencing, like, you know, maybe South Sac, maybe a couple little other areas like that. You can go back, do some lookups on YouTube, and then you'll see the South Sacramento guys were doing the more Chicago influence stuff around this time because it's the Chief Keef era. The Oak Park dudes was sticking to that, I guess you could say, that West Coast grimy mob sound. You know, that Northern California mob type of. They kind of had that back then a little bit still, right? They always had like that. You could tell there was some Northern California West Coast niggas. You know what I'm saying? Oak Park specifically, but you could tell to whereas when you look at the South Sacramento guys and the music they was doing, yeah, you could tell they from where they from, but when you hear the music, you can hear the influence from other places, right? So, I say that to say, he was already just so in tune with the sound and like its bars, and at the time he had June on the beat, and him and June was going stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to sound hella like extra fanned out, but I definitely got to give credit where it's due because at the end of the day, bro, that changed NorCal forever, bro. Like, you talking to a kid that grew up in the Sacramento Valley, like my whole fucking life, basically. You know what I'm saying? And so I know for a fact, like, we didn't have that motion. It was like, it's kind of like, you know how you got LA and then you got the IE, right? LA outshines the IE so much, not because the IE dudes ain't on that, because they for sure on that, right? But it's the fact that LA got so much motion and they got so much history and they got so much like black history there and all this, right? That it just supersedes the things that are around it to a certain extent. You know, back in these times especially. I ain't talking about 2023, I'm talking about back in these times, but honestly probably still even in 2023, right? So he was the first Mozzy. Without Mozzy, what you see today as the not the We're not going to include the Bay into this, all right? We're just going to say the Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin Valley, right? You would never see these artists having any opportunities on any of these platforms hadn't it been for Mozzy, bro. Real talk. So with that being said, y'all, this is part 1 on how Mozzy changed Northern California rap scene forever. It's The Hood Don't Love You. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And we're going to drop another video every other day. I'm gone.